Well, good morning, everybody. Good chilly morning. Had a couple of chilly mornings now. In the 30s when we get up. Wind's blowing. A little bit uncomfortable, but hey, I'll take it. I like it, you know. At least we're not 100 degrees. That's what I'm happy about. Been busy for the last couple of 3 weeks. You know, we did the citrus high tunnel over there for the citrus trees because we knew we had that hard freeze coming. We had to get some cauliflower in the garden, had to get some broccoli in the garden, had to get onions in the garden. Got that knocked out. Then I had to build a whole back porch on our camp house and put a roof over it. And finally got that about 90% complete right now. Still got some electrical work to do on it. Then I jumped right out here because I needed to get this done, and I'm working on this particular project right now. Because Wanda and I are getting tired of climbing steps, going up in and out of the meat house here. And
Prepper shack.
Well, we call it prepper shack. What are we gonna call it? We process meat in there. At our age, when I'm toting one of these big old sides of pork up down steps like that, it's just a little bit risky because the way the steps was, it's a 4-foot door and you got to open it out. It's just. I told her, I said, look, let's just knock this out while it's cool weather. Let's get it over with. So we've got started. I had an old step here left laying out on the property here. So I decided to put it right here so that we could come in. It's a 7-inch step, you know. Got a 1-inch step right there, which is no big deal. Come in here. I made the deck level with the with this part of the walk-in cooler so that I'm not having to step up high to get over anything. And yesterday we had an unexpected event took place. Mr. Chris called early yesterday morning. He said, Danny, the pigs are out. Because see, Chris raises our pigs for us over in Louisiana. And I said, really? He said, yeah. He says, and I don't know where they're at. He said, they're gone, you know. And so he jumps out and he's trying to find the pigs. We found them a good distance from his house, and he knew that he would never get those 2 big pigs back to the house. He had a bucket with feed, but they was not listening to him. And he said, I got to down them, Danny. You know, so he went ahead and put them down right there, and brought them all the way from Louisiana over to here. 2 big pigs. Well, we got to change plan. That's the thing about homesteading. You always have changed plans. You got to be able to go with the flow, you know. So we had to stop everything we had going on, and I had to jump out here. Me and Chris skint and have these 2 big pigs. We got them hanging in the cooler right here now. Luckily, I had enough of a heads up. I could turn the cooler on ahead of time, an hour or so ahead of time for him to drive here, and the cooler was cold. By the time we got through skinning and getting the pigs ready to go in here, it was already down to 33 degrees. Because I brought it a little colder because we're putting 2 pigs in. It's warm, and I didn't want to overcome it. In other words, so let's take a look at them right quick. I haven't looked at them since we hung them in here. Now, I mean, it's been
24 hours
because it was this time yesterday. It says we are about 33, 34 degrees.
See, Danny, keep up with it out here instead
I can keep up right here.
opening this door all the time.
Open and shut the door. But let's look right here. It says it's 33 to 34 degrees. It's 33 right in yonder. You can see it on Miss Wanda should be able to get that up where you can see that.
Yeah, I think they can see that.
33 degrees. And here, I don't know, can y'all see it through the strip
Yeah,
there?
sort of, kind of, without opening it and taking it out.
We got the hog jowls hanging up on separate hooks up yonder because I took the hog jowls out of the pigs. And then these are you talking about some pretty? No, Lucy. No, you can't go in there. You talking about some pretty pork now.
You might can hold the dog back.
We can hold the dog back. I'll see if I can open this up and let y'all get a better look at it. Look at this.
Isn't that pretty? Some pretty color.
It is the most beautiful color I'm talking about. It is going to be fine. It is nice. Now, let me tell you something what I've done here. No, Lucy, get back. You can't go in there. You'll freeze to death, babe. Hang on. I've got a drain in the floor of this thing. and I wash it out and I clean it. But what I did was I brought the drain out over here. I don't throw nothing away, guys. This right here is a 2-inch ball valve. I had a church call me and told me, said, Mr. Danny says, can you come redo our baptistry for us? And I was like, well, what's going on? You know, and they told me, said, well, the heater's not working. It just, something's wrong. So I got to the church, and sometimes you ought not let some people do stuff, you know. It was very poorly designed and done. So I went in, took all the drain systems out of it, and put the proper drain systems in it. And I had all this plumbing left over from the ball valves and all the stuff they had in there. So I just kept it. So I've had it now for 20 years or better, stuck up in the attic. But you know what? I'm using it now. I didn't have to go buy all that stuff. And I went in and redid their heaters for them because they had it. The heaters were wrong, all that kind of stuff. But I got that project done. And I repurposed the drain system here. So now when I wash this, all I got to do is come over here to that ball valve right there and open that ball valve up, and I can wash the cooler out, and it just drains outside out here, and it's not draining under the building like it used to do. So I'm happy about that. So what we've been trying to do here is we're trying to fix it so that we don't have hazardous steps. We have one 7-inch step up over there, and we got a whole level deck coming here, and I'm going to have one more 7-inch step right here, and I'm going to make it come out here pretty big, because this is a 4-foot door. And when you open the door, I wanted room enough where we could step up right here, come up here and step up on a 7-inch step, and then we got a 3-inch step going in the building, which should be no problem. Once we get that done, I have all the material to go ahead. I'm going to put handrails. I'm not going to put any handrails right here, just simply because sometimes you have to bring stuff in and out of here, because if I come here with a handrail all the way to right here, I'm down to a 2.5-foot wide space, and you have to lift it up over the handrails to get it in, so I'm not going to put any handrails right here. Code says I don't have to have it unless it's 36 inches off the ground, or actually 42. But we're going to put handrails from this point here all the way around the remaining balance of this. And then I'm going to I have my grandpa's old shoe cobbler table out yonder. Me and Ms. Wanda was fortunate enough to inherit this from my grandparents after they passed away. And we're going to take that table and we're actually going to sit it over here, because we use it for all kinds of stuff. It's got a galvanized top on it. You know, that's one thing I like about it. It's got a metal galvanized top on it. We don't have to worry about it rusting up. So we're going to be putting it on here. We might put a few chairs around it, you know, to just because, you know. But we don't ever know what we're doing out here, because sometimes we're doing things in there and out here at the same time, and we was having to go down a steep set of steps, go over to the table, go back up a steep set of steps, or we was having to take those big halves that you see hanging in there. I had to put one of them over my shoulder. Them's over 100, they're about 100 pounds a piece. And when you pick them things up and put them over your shoulder, then I used to have to step out of the cooler down onto the ground, which was a 10-inch step, come around, Wanda would open the door, and I had to climb a set of steps and get in there and finally lay them down on the table in there. And I'm 65 years old, almost headed for 66, and I don't have no business climbing steps with 100-pound stuff on my shoulders. So that's basically a little bit about what's going on here at the Prepper Shack now. Let me take you and show you what I spent the last week and a half doing. All right, guys, here we are on the side of the camp house. I brought the handrails around to this point right here. These steps you see right here was at the Prepper Shack. These are actually going to be going right here, where I can put handrails and everything coming down right here. I got to pour a concrete pad out here for them to sit on, and where it won't settle and get crooked and all that kind of stuff. I was able to finish the siding on the camp. Now, the siding that was on there is faded, and this is the new siding. It'll catch up with it. I'm not worried about it. I still have the board and batting left to put on. I haven't, the batting, should I say, not the board, but the batting. And I was able to finish the back wall back here on the camp house, get it done. Got the electrical installed, our plug. I've got the box up high to hook our lights into. I have all the floodlights to go out here and everything. So
let's go look at the porch.
Let's look at the porch. Ms. Wanda says she can't go up the ladder, but I really believe she can.
All right, go. Handoff. If I can play basketball.
You can play basketball, you can walk up a ladder. All right, come on, Ms. Wanda. You say you can't do it. Let's see.
If I can play basketball, I can climb a ladder.
Yeah, you're not that old. Come on, ladder climbing's not that big a deal.
No, not that.
There we go.
All right, guys.
Well, here we are.
No plants right now because
it's too cold.
I am so aggravated. I wanted to decorate, but
yeah, I went ahead and put extra wide, thick tops on it because this is a camp house, and there's no telling what I'm liable to come up with back here, you know?
Plus, you sit on them.
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids were sitting on them.
Kids sit on them. Everybody jumps up here, you know, and sits on them all the time. And you don't want these little narrow ones and all that kind
and
of
the
stuff.
twins were actually outside the
Twins were walking around the outside of it, hanging on the spindles, going around, you know, like it was
I didn't get no video of that, but they did. They had a blast.
But I'm a little overkill. When I put all this stuff on, I bolt everything, guys. I mean...
And then you put
I put all the hangers on and stuff like that. And I tried to carry on with the theme of the barn dominium that they built for us over yonder. On the other side, they put that up. I tried to carry that same theme on through here.
Because you joined it right here.
Yeah, I joined on to what they originally had and brought everything on across.
To make it match.
Yeah, so everything matched. And even when I put this post in the ground and did my system here like I did, I even bolted it, you know, because I'm a person that just believes in bolting stuff. I don't like nails and screws that much. I like to bolt stuff. But originally, this wall right here was supposed to be closed off solid all the way across here.
And we had to have one step going up here.
And we had to have one up into our sitting room here. We had to have one step. And the reason we have that is because for head clearance, we're both tall, and if I'd have raised the deck up to this height where we would have just walked out on the deck, our heads would have been right against the top of that right there out there. And I'm like, no. I said, we're not going to do that. I've got to come back and put 2-inch styrofoam underneath this metal here, because if I don't, in the summertime in the deep south, you won't even be able to sit on this porch. It'll be so screaming hot.
And this is our view.
Yeah, we don't see nothing but the woods. And our 60-foot raised bed garden, the peach orchard. I still have a bunch of trees to take out here in the back, little trees, and leave the bigger ones. Wanda and I like peace and quiet. We don't like looking at other houses. We don't like looking at neighbors and noise and stuff like that. We want to be able to relax whenever we sit down.
And these chairs are awesome.
And we've had these chairs for, goodness gracious, what, 5 years or so?
Yeah, we got them from Jack's Home Improvement, and they were on the she shed porch.
Yes.
And we would sit in them and look over the she shed porch out into the back of Deep South. So these chairs come in quite handy, and they're quite comfortable.
Well, I come up with a theory. I told Wanda, we were talking about where we've ended up at right here, and I told her, I said, Wanda, why don't I just extend this deck on over to the other deck we have on the back of the house here? I said, because when we got family and gatherings and stuff like that, I'm like, wouldn't it be better for us to we could use both decks and function? Everybody wouldn't have to go through the house.
Through our bedroom and through the sitting room.
And through our sitting room to get out onto this one. Or go around in the yard and come up on the steps on the other side. I said, so I put this walkway right here so that we can come on across here and come over to our other back porch system that we have over here, so that we could utilize, when we come out of the living room here, we can come right onto this one, and there's plenty of room for everybody. We've got the big rocker here, we've got rocking chairs here, we have room for more chairs over there. It's really going to work out. Now, this section that you see sitting in here,
that's not finished,
that is not finished, is actually going to be an outdoor kitchen. Now, right here, this opening that you see right here, a wall is going to continue on across here. I'm going to come in and drop an 8-foot ceiling down in here.
And it's going to look like this.
Yes, it'll be like this lumber right here. This will continue on across over here. we'll drop the ceiling down in here. I'm going to put Miss Wanda countertops in here. We're going to put a stove on this side, a sink on this side over here. Everything's already been set up to do it out underneath the house and everything. The electricity's already dropped in here for the circuit to get it done. And we are just waiting to get through with that out yonder before I can drop back and finish up. This will be one of my next projects y'all will hear about me doing, is this one right here, so that we'll have our outdoor kitchen. And when we come out here and we have functions and fellowships and all that kind of stuff, we can prepare stuff right here. We don't have to have everybody tracking in and out of the house. We can prepare it here. People can come here. Now we're actually going to, this was originally going to be a carport, but we've now decided we're going to, finally got the gravel put in here. We're going to pour concrete all down in here. And
make cornmeal and grits one day.
Well, one of these days, I'm going to, here in the very near future, I hope, we're going to go and make our cornmeal and grits right there. That will all be moved eventually when I add on to one of the other buildings up here on the property. We'll put the grist mill and the hammer mill, because they're both belt driven. They're going to go in one specific place up there so that the tractor can hook up to both of them and actually utilize them.
But this will be concreted, and our
picnic table.
We have 2 picnic tables probably going to come under here and things, at least one of them.
I know one of them will right now.
And
we have a place to park my Ranger so that...
Yeah. He wants to be able to come in and out the back for the Ranger.
So I don't have to leave it out in the weather and my seat get all wet and everything when I get on it and when it's raining and stuff like that. Because the back of the camp is actually, it's a good 5.5 feet off the ground. You know, so we have plenty of room back here to do what we need to do. So this is what I've been busy on for the last week and a half, guys. Putting all this in, putting the flooring in, building all this stuff. And I still have a few things left to do. I have a trim board to go along the edge right here. Got some electrical, lights, floodlights, you know, things of that nature to do. And I have all of it. I'm trying to take care of anything that's structural wise right now. I can do this if it's raining. I can't do everything I'm doing out yonder if it's raining. I need to get my lumber out of the weather, get it all put up before it starts warping and twisting.
So this is going to be, I think you did porch time last week out here, didn't you?
I did do porch time last week out here. Yes, I did.
So this may be the new porch time.
More than likely, this is probably where I'll be doing porch time at, is the new place. We'll be doing it here. I think it'll work out really well. So, all right, guys. I got to get back busy on the Prepper Shack deck. Thought we'd spend a little time with you this morning. Be sure you like and subscribe. Please join us over here at Pecan Grove, because we're trying to teach people at an older age how to build a homestead and say, hey, it can be done. You don't have to give up when you get to be a certain age. Wanda and I have physical issues just like everybody else, and we still get out and do what we need to do. Thank you, guys. Pecan Grove.